Hello, my wonderful students. I hope you all are well at your places. Very good. So yes, student, as we have completed our A part and B part of our chapter number 10, that is soil, in our earlier video. So student, in this video, we will complete our C part, that is short answer question, and D part, that is long answer question. So with this, we will complete our chapter. So let's start. So let's start our C and D part. So yes, let's start. Yes, student, I hope each one of you have opened your science notebooks. So yes, students, today we will do our C part and D part. So open your books and open your science notebook. Watch the video carefully, students, and note down the answers neatly in your science notebook. Right? So let's start. So let's read what does question number 1 says. So question number 1 is, student, what does soil consist of? Now you have to tell what does the soil consist of. So student, soil consists of two components. So what are those? First is small minerals particles which come from larger rocks. These minerals include salts of iron, calcium, potassium, magnesium, phosphorus, etc. Second is humus. Soil also contain humus, students. Yes, the humus is a dark brown in color and consists of decaying remains of plants and animals. So these are the two components that soil consists of. So moving further, students, I want every one of you pause the video while you are writing the answers. Pause the video and then write the answers, right? So moving further, what does question number 2 says? So question 2 is, what is weathering? Now you have to tell what is the weathering. So weathering is a process, student, by which huge pieces of rocks break down into smaller pieces and gradually changes into soil, right? So it takes place by the action of natural forces such as water, wind, roots of plants, and variations in day and night temperature. So this is known as weathering, right? So moving further, what does question number 2 says? What does question number 2 say, student? Question number 2 is weathering. So now, what does question number 3 says? Question number 3 is, which soil will allow more of water to percolate, sandy soil or clay soil? Why? Now you have to tell among the sandy and the clay soil, which soil allow more water to percolate, and you have to tell the reason also. Yes. So student, the answer is sandy soil. As sandy soil will allow more water to percolate because, student, it has a lot of sand and water drains quickly through large spaces between the sand particles, right? So this is the answer of question number 3. So now we move further to question number 4. What does question number 4 say, student? Question number 4 is, which soil will absorb more water? Is it sandy soil or is it clay soil? You have to tell the reason. Now you have to tell which soil absorbs more water, right? So more water will be absorbed by the clay soil, student, because the soil particles are very small and the water drains very slowly. So this is the reason. Now moving further, now we have talked about humus, that soil has two components. Humus is a part of that component of soil. Now we have talked about humus. Now have you wondered what is the meaning of humus? So this is the question, that what is humus? So the humus is, student, humus is a component of soil which is dark brown in color and consists of decaying remains of plants and animals, right? So when small plants such as mosses, lichens, and ferns die, they mix with the soil, right? When any insect or bacteria dies, they mix with the soil and they forms humus, right? So humus makes the soil fertile by providing organic nutrients. It provides nutrients to the plants, to it, right? When we use humus, so it provides organic nutrients. So moving further, what does question number 6 says? Question number 6 is, how does large variation between day and night temperatures cause weathering? Now you have to tell how does a large variation between the day and night temperature causes weathering. So the reason is that, student, due to large variation in day and night temperatures, the rocks expand during day and contract during the night. It expand during day and contract during night. So this constant expansion and contraction weakens the rock and they crack and crumble, causing weathering. When once they are expanding and they are again contracting, expanding, contracting, expanding, contracted, due to that they weaks the rock and there are little cracks found. So due to that causes weathering, right? Moving further, what does question number 7 say? So short answer, last question 7, that is, what do you mean by water table? Now you have to explain what do you mean by water table. So student, the natural level of groundwater is called the water table, as rainwater percolates through the soil and collects above the bedrock to form the water table. So this is water table. So with this we have completed our short answer. Now we move further to a long answer question. So student, I hope everyone is writing and watching the video, right? Very good. So what does question number 1 say? So question 1 is, explain how water is responsible for the formation of soil. Now you have to explain how water is responsible for the formation of soil, how soils is formed by the help of water. So water which enters rock crevices freezes in winter. As a result, it expands. This expansion puts pressure on rocks and breaks the rocks into smaller pieces. Right? Second is, the small pieces of rocks roll down by the force of flowing water. They collide against the ground and against each other. So student, with this, they break down further and get converted into very fine particles. Right? So this is the reason. So moving further, question number 2. What does question 2 say, student? Question 2 is, trees help in soil formation as well as in the protection. Now we know trees gives us shadow, right? So now they are saying that trees also helps in soil formation and also they protect us. So now you have to explain this sentence, student. So the explanation is that roots of trees growing through rocks exert great pressure on the rocks, right? So this pressure causes cracks in the rocks, leading to the formation of soil, student. So the roots of the trees bind to the soil and prevent soil erosion and provide protection to the soil. So this is the reason. So now moving further, what does question number 3 say? So question 3 is, name the different layers of soil. What does each layer consist of? Now you have to tell the different layers of soil. What are the different layers of soil? We have watched in video also. So the different layers are, first is topsoil, that is known as A horizon. It consists of humus and the smallest particles of rock. Second is subsoil, that is B horizon, student. It consists of small pieces of rocks and small nutrients such as soluble minerals and iron oxides, right? Third is parent rock, that is known as C horizon. It consists of small pieces of rocks with cracks and crevices, that is we known as weathering, right? So these are the 3 types of layers, right? So now moving further, now you have question number 4 says, distinguish between clay, silt and salt. Now the word distinguish came, that means you have to distinguish, that to differentiate, you have to mark a line in between clay, silt and sand, like as shown in this video. So clay is the particle, in clay particle size is smallest, and in the silt particle size is large, and in sand the particle size is largest, right? It clay is less than 0.002 mm in diameter, and the silt, student, is between 0.002 mm and 0.2 mm in diameter. It is between these two, right? And sand is more than 0.2 mm in diameter, right, student? And clay, it can hold a large amount of water. Clay can hold a large amount of water, and silt can hold a small amount of water, right? Opposite of clay. And sand, water holding capacity is most poor. In sand, water is not hold in the sand. Sand do not hold water, right? So question number 5. What does question 5 say, student? Question 5 is, what is loam? Why is it considered to be the best topsoil for growing plant? Now, as we know that loam is the best topsoil for growing plants, right? Now you have to explain what is loam and why it is considered as the best topsoil. So student, loam is a mixture of sand, silt, clay and humus. Loam is a mixture of 4, that is sand, silt, clay and humus, right? It is considered to be the best topsoil for growing plants because, student, it has the right water holding capacity for plant growth. It also has adequate spaces between the soil particles to trap air required by the roots of the plant. So moving further, what does question number 6 say? So question 6 is, why is soil regarded as our most important natural resources? Now we say that soil is a natural resource, soil is a natural resource. Now they are asking why it is considered as it is the most important natural resource. So the answer is, student, as it provides us food, right? Soil provides us food, clothing and shelter. By supporting growth of plant, the soil provides us food and clothing, right? Plants also provides us with the wood which is used for constructing houses. So this all we get from soil, right? It also provides us minerals, students. Minerals are dug out from the earth to extract metals such as iron, gold, silver, etc. All these we get from the soil, student. Third is it provides us water. The most important thing that we get is water, right? Water that seeps into the soil is stored underground as subsoil water. This water is used for drinking and other purposes, right? So these are the three important functions of soil. So moving further, what does question number 7 says? Question number 7 is, why is the earthworm referred to as farmer's friend? Now they are asking that why earthworm is referred as a farmer's friend. So the reason is that earthworms improve the soil texture. Earthworms helps in improving the soil texture, students. So they make the soil loose by burrowing into the soil. When they burrow into the soil, thus allowing air to enter into it and water to drain from it, right? They also form channels in the soil for roots to spread through. They also provide the channels, right? Hence, earthworms are referred to as a farmer's friend. So this is the reason behind this. So student, with this, we have completed our D part, that is long answer question. And with this, we have completed a whole chapter. We have completed A part, B part, C and D part. So with this, we have completed our whole chapter. So that's it. I hope, student, each one of you have written the answers correctly. So click the picture and send it to me. Till then, take care, stay home and stay healthy. Bye, students.